Well, what do we have here? You hopefully will be able to zoom in to the thumbnail. I'm sure some of you have seen this pic floating around Facebook, Twitter, maybe even Instagram. You can see firsthand and let's say, for the sake of argument, she's just trolling. Maybe she's trolling. She wants to put out the worst possible image possible. But the problem is, what she's saying actually reflects the modern day woman and how they think. So let's get this straight. Date with her, she says you have to pay for the gas. You have to pay for her to get her nails done. In addition to that, you are paying for the food. Which, in modern day society is, as a guy, when we take women out, we used to that portion of it. But then you scroll down and you look at the part where she says, hey, you have to pay for a babysitter. $100, $75, everything's $100, $75. You have to do all these things for someone you don't even know. You don't know this woman from a hole in the wall, but from jump, just to go out on a date with her, she expects you to treat her like a wife. Last I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, normally in a normal marriage, you're able to sleep with your wife. You're able to have relations with your wife. But this woman, Julie, specifically said, no, I'm not going to sleep with you. But yet you want this man that you haven't even met yet, other than basic phone and text conversations. You don't know him. He doesn't know you. But you expect him to treat you as if you're his wife. And on the flip side, you don't intend on giving him any of her wifely benefits. Oh, how funny that shit is. That's hilarious. But this is what modern day women like Julie expect from men. And then at the same time, the same token, they wonder why nobody wants to talk to them. Why men are no longer going out of their way, breaking their necks to go out with women like this, to treat women in the manner that she wishes to be treated. See, women like this expect perfect strangers, basically, to treat them as their wives. Meanwhile, you don't plan on giving anything in return. You think just you showing up with that ran through taco between your legs is enough for them to treat you like a wife, and you don't have to do anything because you're special. Because you have a badge pass in your mind. You have badge privilege. So you think you can just treat men like welcome mats, doormats, wiping your little muddy feet all over them, and they should enjoy it because you have the taco pass, the badge pass, the box pass. How dare he ask for anything more than that? He's a man. He doesn't deserve anything more than that. He should be happy to allow you to wipe your feet on him. And this is why the dating market, this is why the dating pool, as small as it is the equivalent of somebody pissing in it. Somebody has pissed in the already small dating pool, and the modern day woman is baffled. She doesn't know what the problem is. Why is this happening? while she's at home at night by herself, playing with her 4 cats, sipping from a box of wine, she's wondering to herself, where has chivalry gone? Why are men all of a sudden acting like this? You mean they no longer want to be taken advantage of? You mean men have finally woken up and now they're like, you know what? My name, last I checked, last I looked at my driver's license, said such and such. Nowhere on my driver's license does it say ATM. But the modern woman doesn't see that because in her eyes, that's exactly what your driver's license says. That's exactly what your state ID says. Your library card, the name on it, it says ATM. Any ID card you have in your pocket, all of them says ATM. It says bank. Because that's all they see. That's all they see in you. That's what you're good for. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not, you're gonna love it because they said so. After all, they have the Vag Pass. Oh, you guys, you mean you didn't see this coming? Ladies, let me give you a little bit of a perspective, something a lot of you are lacking in. Do not follow the lead of women like Julie. They will have you alone for the rest of your life. Assuming you don't want to be alone the rest of your life. I mean, if you do, then have at it. Everything this woman is saying on the thumbnail you see. If you're just now meeting a guy, hey, tell him the same thing. If you want to guarantee yourself that the situation, relationship, the date, or anything is not going to proceed any further, all you have to do is say what she's saying, what this lady Julia is saying. Just say the exact same thing. I guarantee you it will be the equivalent of kryptonite to Superman. If you want to chase men off, this is the perfect way to do it. See, at some point, ladies, you have to come out of your delusion. Now, keep in mind, I'm assuming you want to actually meet a guy. You actually want to get married someday and even have a family someday. And we all know if you're a single mother, your chances are going to be a lot harder. So you don't really have the grounds to stand on to even come off in this manner, the way that this Julie lady is coming off as. She's a single mother. So it's bad enough if she was single and she had no kids at all. Her perspective and the things she's saying on here as far as what she wants from a guy that she has never even met in person, but you expect him to spend all this money on you from jump. And you explicitly tell him that, hey, I'm not going to sleep with you. You'd be better off just saying, hey, I'm too broke to do these things for myself, so I need help from a perfect stranger. Can you please help me? It would make a lot more sense. It would still fall under the trifling category, but it would make much more sense as opposed to you acting like your twat should be put on a pedestal and worshipped. It would make much more sense. This right here, it just shows how vapid and narcissistic you are and how delusional you are. And you're the same woman 10, 20, 30 years down the line will wonder why no man wants you. Why any man that you have dealt with, not only did they not take you seriously, but they just use you as a pump and dump toss-away toy. You're just a throwaway toy at the end of the day. And this is because this is how you presented yourself. You presented yourself like how Bill Cosby came at, I believe it was one of Vanessa's wannabe boyfriends, would-be boyfriends. Might have been Denise, but I think it was Vanessa. The garbage can lid analogy. It could be the most expensive meal. Steak, potatoes, most expensive steak you can buy, filet mignon, the whole works. But if it's displayed to you on a garbage can lid, all of a sudden it no longer looks that appealing. This is the equivalent of how the modern day woman is presenting herself in the dating market. And it's crazy, you women still don't realize how you're basically presenting yourself on a garbage can lid and expecting men to just line up, expecting men to line up around the block just for the opportunity to take you out. Just for the opportunity to volunteer to be a human ATM. Pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, pay for that. I need this, I need that. Even though you're a stranger. Oh yeah, by the way, not giving you any of this taco either. And you see nothing wrong with that? You see that energy that you put out, this is why you attract guys in your lives that willfully and openly treat you like shit. That have no problem putting you in the pump and dump category. And as a result, even the ladies out there, you ladies out there that's actually about something, that's positive, and you go in a positive direction, and you're not trying to be like ladies like Julie, you're not trying to be like her. Unfortunately, you are going to be casualties of war because of women like this. You have to work harder to separate yourself from women like this, to differentiate yourself from women like this. They are going to drag you down with them. You have to make it loud and clear who you are, that you are not like women like this. Otherwise, there's no way men can identify you from the next woman. If you're not a thought, if you're not living in a promiscuous, slutty way, if you're not that kind of woman, I'm telling you ladies, like right now, for real, you have to be much louder and much more explicit in expressing that point so that we can see you. Because right now, a lot of you are starting to look the same. It's similar to when you're driving, if you take a road trip, you're driving out of town, you're driving through the country, whether it's real life or even like, a lot of times in like cartoons when they're traveling and you look at the background, as the background is going by, after a while everything starts to look the same. You kind of look at the background and the gaze, you kind of get that daydreaming haze over vibe. Everything in the background is passing by and everything starts to look the same. It's the same way in the dating market. If you ladies don't stand out, if you don't be loud and expressive to separate yourselves from the women that ain't about shit, we're going to continue to look at a lot of you the same way because we can't tell the difference. And it's because women like Julie, who come off this way, demanding all of these things from a perfect stranger, someone she's never met before in her life, but she expects this man to treat her like she's his wife. How does that work in a common sense manner from a societal point of view? It doesn't. I'll tell you right now, it does not work at all. So good luck to the women out there that think like Julie. Actually, I take that back. You deserve the bad look that you're getting. If you think and act like this lady Julie in the thumbnail. You deserve the karma that you get If guys want to pump and dump you, you deserve that because that's the energy you're putting out there. So that being said, fuck your feelings. You deserve what you get and what you don't get. That being said, I'm out.